Many thanks to Bobby and Steve. Another excellent session of house music across the board. Under some little flu vibes today, but we got the Christmas show. Me and the Grooverider for the next 2 hours. Giving you pure joke and pure tunes. Gonna be telling you what we done. Gonna be telling you, of course, about Rage on Monday, because if you weren't there, you was one of the only ones that weren't. And we're gonna be playing selection. Fabio and Grooverider on Kiss. Kicking off with the sound of Matrix and a track entitled Slow Drift from SS's new ID label. An excellent EP including the jazz sessions by John B on that one. Right, I don't know how me and Groove's going to run this, but we're kind of going to run some back-to-back business, some old school. I think it's going to be free, so hold tight. The next 2 hours, the Friday night sessions, me and the Grooverider in the house.
Now that's what I call 100% music. 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 Music.
track entitled Brace Yourself. Sending that one out to all the crew that attended Rage on a Monday night and made it mash-up business. Myself and the Grooverider, rolling it.
Was it on? I was like, fam, they don't want to bring me in tonight, so.
Yeah, rolling it out. 3-3, yeah. That's the way we do. So what are you saying, Drew?
Well, I'm just pulling on the Philly and
boy, it's like that
twist off, and you know, I'm still getting over the remnants of the turkey, and I'm trying to force some Christmas pudding down my throat on the Wednesday there, but I wasn't really having it.
You're not really a Christmas pud man.
I'm not really a pud man, you know.
Just going to turkey.
Yeah, you know that one.
Turkey and a bit of stuffing and you're nice, man.
Yeah. And I had to go home for a bit of stuffing. I had to stuff something when I got home.
Listen, we're going to cut the talking for a little while. We're going to be back after this. I think...
What are you trying? What are you trying to say?
I was just kind of mashing up the studio, man. Well, we're going to clean this one off, and this is one of Groove's one as well.
Yeah, don't say that, man. It's not nothing to do with me, man. That's not the version.
thanks to Bobby and Steve. Another excellent session of house music across the board. Under some little flu vibes today, but we got the Christmas show. Me and the Grooverider for the next 2 hours. Giving you pure joke and pure tunes. Gonna be telling you what we done. Gonna be telling you, of course, about Rage on Monday, because if you weren't there, you was one of the only ones that weren't. And we're gonna be playing selection. Fabio and Grooverider on Kiss. Kicking off with the sound of Matrix and a track entitled Slow Drift from SS's new ID label. An excellent EP including the jazz sessions by John B on that one. Right, I don't know how me and Groove's gonna run this, but we're kind of gonna run some back-to-back business, some old school. I think it's going to be free, so hold tight. The next 2 hours, the Friday night sessions, me and the Grooverider in the house.
Now that's what I call 100% music. 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 Music.
Brace yourself.
Track entitled Brace Yourself. Sending that one out to all the crew that attended Rage on a Monday night and made it mash-up business. Myself and the Grooverider, rolling it.
Was it on? It was like Fabio don't want to bring me in tonight. So.
Yeah, rolling it out. 3-3, yeah. That's the way we do. So what are you saying, Drew?
Well, I'm just pulling on the Philly and
boy, it's like that
twist off and you know, I'm still getting over the remnants of the turkey and I'm trying to force some Christmas pudding down my throat on Wednesday there, but I wasn't really having it.
You're not really a Christmas pud man.
I'm not really a pud man, you know.
Just going to turkey.
Yeah, you know that one.
Turkey and a bit of stuffing and you're nice, man.
Yeah. I had to go home for a bit of stuffing. I had to stuff something when I got home.
Listen, we're going to cut the talking for a little while. We're going to be back after this. I think...
What are you trying? What are you trying to say?
I was just kind of mashing up the studio, man. Well, we're going to clean this one off, and this is one of Groove's one as well.
Don't say that, man. It's got nothing to do with me, man. That's not the version I give you. That's the Red Alert scratch mix.
Well, we're going to try and clean this up and...
draw it back.
Yeah, draw it back. Unfortunately, we've got to cut that short. And you know something? I've been after that tune for a little while now. And the tune scratch up. I can't believe it, Groove.
I think that's sabotage on your part.
Well, anyway, that's Grooverider's Baddy Sagoo mix. And that is naughty. That is naughty.
When it's not scratching.
But respects to everyone that went over Rage, Frosty, Brian, Kraft, Ronnie Stein, everyone that was over
representing.
There. And I think that was the closest to Rage that we've had yet.
Yeah.
But listen, I want to play one more because this is really getting on my nerves.
Taking the piss, to be honest with
you. Anyway, one more from me, Grooverider up next. There's Fabio and Groove, the Friday night Christmas session.
Deep Blue. And a thing entitled Close Your Eyes.
It's rolling.
It's not too bad.
It's rolling, man. Respect's going out to Rob Playford, Moving Shadow Crew.
So Simon and Sean.
That's right, man. Old Too Bad Mice crew.
Yeah, know that. So Fab, I know you're a bit of an EastEnders man.
Yeah, that's right. But you know something? I've kind of missed EastEnders recently, you know. I know
All
Grant.
I know is that Grant was busting up something the other night.
Grant's busting up that thing there.
Busting up that little thing there.
Sorry, I don't really think.
I don't know what.
I don't really think that thing looks good, really, you know.
I can't handle her voice, mate. It's some whinging business.
But he's busting it up.
He's busting it up. But then again, the other one's a whinger and all.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
She don't even look good anyway. I see her down. Where was I? I was at some place. I don't know where I was.
Right,
I see her coming with her dry legs one day. Kind of try to spin her head like she was something, but you know what?
Really?
She ain't saying that.
Or is she trying to kind of come in?
Try to come in. Do that Alan looking boy and gorilla face bitch. If you're in down, what's going on? This is actually Kiss 100. And it's Fabio and Groove counting down until 2.
Dear, oh dear. We've got to say a big hello to Lynn, who won a competition earlier as well. And hi Lynn. Yeah, cool.
Right, we're going to take a draw for the pause or whatever you call it or whatever. And we'll be back on the other side.
What's the difference between a killer and any one of us?
What's the difference between a killer and any one of us?
What's the difference?
Is the mic up?
Call you out that time, you know.
I meant to do that, actually.
Brand new from Optical.
What's the difference
I
between
don't know what the hell this is called. You know what? I don't even care.
What's the difference between
All I say, it's on a beat.
any one of us? What's the difference between a killer and any one of us? What's the difference between a killer and any one of us?
That's a brand new piece from Optical. Gonna hit you in the new year with that joint. Bad. It's not too bad. So, how do you feel the music's gonna go next year?
I think, boy, you caught me out there, you know.
You know what? That's a question everybody asks me, and you know what? I don't care.
Yeah, but you know something, Groove? They ask us every single year since 1988, and you can't predict what is going to happen.
No, you can never do that.
Because I think the thing about us, you know, is kind of like we just don't know what's going to happen next, and we don't try and predict what's going to happen.
That's right.
So we just go with the flow. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know, I just go with whatever makes my foot tap.
Right, that's exactly. You know, so I don't know. Everyone's talking about acid and bass, and I've even heard bum and bass
and house. That everything's going. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, all right, mate. But
house
and garage,
like.
But like it's just come.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Disappointing. We've been there since 87, 88.
Right, that's right. But I was happy with the music this year. I think, especially towards the end of the year,
it's really like blowing up.
Big time,
going
man.
off.
You know, so I'm optimistic, man.
Yeah, me too, man. But
it's been a good year for you, though, Groove.
Yeah, it's been a year.
It's been a good year, man. Yeah, it's been a
smashed it up.
If you say so yourself, you know what I'm saying, but
smashed it up. No.
You know what it is? It's all the hard work, man. You know,
it's all paying off.
Payback time.
Payback time.
That's right, man. But looking forward to the album next year as well.
Yeah, the 2 albums, the little prototype years.
When's that coming out again?
I'm going to drop that in February.
Excellent. Because you've got a tune off that I'm going to be running down your house later for as well.
You better come down my house.
Know which, yeah, I know.
Let me tell you something.
I don't.
You know what I'm going to say.
Fabio
ain't been to my house this year.
No.
And Fabio's one of my best friends. I've known Fabio since about 1980. And Fabio hasn't been to my house in nearly 2 years.
Oh, man.
How'd you feel? Was my flat smell or something? You know I clean my house, man. What's the matter?
What's the difference between a killer
Groove.
and anyone else?
Anyway, we're going to play some more music. This is from a couple of Fabio's boys up in Newcastle. This is Hidden Agenda.
Showing that the music comes from each and everywhere.
That's right.
And I respect all the guys that on it's bad in Middlesbrough as well. So
I don't want to say that because you ain't been to my house this year.
all right, then.
I'm going to have to cut you off. Don't want to hear it. You really don't want to hear it.
I'm signing off.
Yeah.
Hidden Agenda. Crazy tune.
I'm showing you what it's called, man.
You know that. Gotta send a big hello going out to Brian G, Jack Frost, Ronnie Size Crust. You got a crust thing coming up later, dude.
You know what? We'll have to pull it. We'll have to pull it.
Big respects going out to the rest of the Bristol crew.
Yeah, you know that. Definitely representing their corner in the 9-6.
That's right. Also sending big shouts going out to Ray Keith, Mickey Finn,
Darren J. Good to see all the boys down there representing the whole movement.
That's
on
right,
Monday there.
SL, 5-0.
Everybody representing the
there.
whole movement. See, together we can go a lot further, you know.
That's right.
Because when you start sectioning off, you start to get a bit weak. Things start to drop off.
That's right. You know, and people have got to remember, you know, not bragging or boasting, the part me and Groove have played in this whole thing. You know, and people come and pay respects, and that's the way it goes, man. Right, we're going to take a pause for a cause. Back after this. With a little something. Peace. Well, Groove can probably tell you the name of this one because I can't.
I can't tell you the name. I don't know. It's just by Mental Power.
That's it. Yeah, Mental Powers. It's good to see S and the guys down there on Monday as well.
Yeah,
Respect going out to
definitely.
SS. Watch out for his new ID label next year because he's definitely coming with a flex.
Watch out for the new Matrix. We're going to be drawing that a little bit later on as well. We've got time. Next week I'm going to bring in some of the boys and we're going to get the champagne rolling for the New Year countdown.
Who's coming in, man?
I'm going to draw for Lemon in it. I'm going to draw for the same people as last year, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a couple of the new school boys.
Right, exactly.
I'm going to try and get Matrix over here, also his brother Matt, and Lemon, as usual. Goldie's on holiday, so can't get him. I think I'm going to draw for Rupert Protest as well. They also had him if we've got time.
Definitely. So
I'm going to draw for all of them next week.
We're going to have a proper review of 96 next week, so check it.
Yeah, I'm going to get on the phone.
Also, I'd like to say a big hello going out to DJ Pesce.
Definitely, I'm going to draw for him as well.
Yeah, drawing
see
for
what
Pesh.
he's got to say as well.
Drawing for Pesh next week, man.
Definitely a year of Pesh, and it's due to the illness and all that. He's back, and
he's back, and he's back.
It's starting to flow.
Back strong.
Let's go.
If you want to catch us playing all the flavours Thursday night, the tempo, we're breaking some new ground, playing some bad beats in there. Try to get the mixture, a little cocktail at the moment.
Yeah.
You know that.
Strong one as well, man.
Yeah, you know it, man. So, another feature of this year, me and Grooverider have been doing quite a lot of DJing together as well.
Yeah, just fixing it back up.
Fixing it back up.
Because the programme got a bit messed up in between.
Got a bit messed up as things do, but back stronger than ever. And
you know that.
Come down on a Thursday, man, or even a Saturday, Sunday, Leisure Lounge, Blue Note. It's all good at the moment. I've got to say, Leisure Lounge is absolutely ripping.
Yeah,
it's found its feet, and it is really like, it's in your face down there, man. And of course, the legendary Blue Note still going. It is absolutely jamming.
I think we're going to enjoy a little birthday party in there soon, so keep your ears open for that.
Keep your ears open for that, man.
You know, we've been going for over a year now. We never had a birthday party. It's an excuse to have a drink up, isn't it?
Right, exactly. I was thinking about that as it goes. But,
so look out for that in about January, February. We're going to draw that one on you.
But respect's going out to the G, man. A lot of people will say this and that, but you know what? It's utter jealousy. And that's
you know that.
That's all I've got to say. The man's done it, and he's done it by himself to a certain degree. He's got two very successful clubs, got a very successful record label, and you know the guy works his arse off basically.
You know that.
So respect's going out to Goldie, and Saturn's Rising next year. His album, watch out for that, because he's gonna kill it. Also, watch out for Fotek's album next year. Also, albums from Pesce and Grooverider.
Shut up, man.
He knows it, though, this guy.
You better watch out for Lemons and Dillinger's albums first, and then look for mine after that.
I'm looking for the Riders, man. Believe that. But we're going to take a pause for a cause back after this. ghosts in the studio or something like that, man.
Some gremlins. Well, I can't see Bookham on the floor, though.
Oh, let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of that, man.
Oh, dear.
Anyway.
This is like the Benny Hill show.
So how's Christmas anyway? Was it nice?
Yeah, I was down at my mum's house with
Right.
Just eating some turkey, backing it off.
Right.
You know, she had the audacity to try and put pork on the table.
So I take it you don't really...
I'm not really down with that.
You don't really go into the
Don't
pork.
get me wrong, I used to be a real bacon sandwich man, but you know, I get older and wiser.
Yeah, that's right. Things have got to change a little bit. I don't know what I'm talking about. I love a bacon sandwich in the morning, mate. I tell ya. Gotta say that. That's one of the reasons why I had to cut my hair, you know what I'm saying? Some pork dread.
Yeah, it was the year of the haircut for you, wasn't it?
Yeah. But we won't
Don't get
go
me
into
wrong,
that.
you look 5 years younger now.
Yeah, well...
You look about 42 now. Oh, joking.
Yeah, well, I have heard that said already, to be honest. That's why, you know?
No, definitely look younger. Well, anyway, we're going to move into a piece from the mighty Boy Meringue, a person that's really surged through in the 9-6 here.
And Groove, I've got to say, you have been responsible for bringing a few names around town this year.
Oh, yeah. Some of the boys, they've been making stuff that I've just really been into, so I have to push them to the maximum.
Exactly.
You know the same, as well as I do. You know, when you find something, you've got to, push it.
That's right.
And nurture it to the way you want it to be.
Exactly. And Boy Meringue is definitely one of them guys.
One of those guys, definitely.
And when's the Boy Meringue track coming out on Prototype as well?
It's already out at the moment.
It's out, yeah?
Yeah, still kind of smashing up as well.
Both sides as well.
Everything's going on, man.
Check the other side as well, man. It's bad.
That's another LP that we're going to have to watch out for next year. It's a mini LP that he's putting together. From the mighty Boomerang.
Send a big shout out to Paul Thomas.
Yeah. So what do you feel was the biggest tune for you this year?
I don't know.
Groundbreaking tune.
I think there was a lot of really kind of special tunes around. Yeah, I think Adam rolled out a lot of
definitely.
The versatility. Metropolis was
probably one of the biggest tunes
that
of the
unbelievable tune, and the versatility of that guy is like, you got to watch out for Adam next year as well.
Yeah,
his album.
There's so many good albums in it.
So much good albums.
You better save your pocket money and all that stuff. There's going to be some investments to be made. Yeah, definitely.
But there was a lot of good tunes.
Definitely.
It's been all good, and from all kind of sections of the music, it's been bad.
Biggest thing for me, I feel, was I don't know. I have to give Ed a comment on that because Kilimanjaro really blew up and it really changed a lot of things.
That was a
for the kind of tune that it was.
Yeah, really, it did. It changed a lot of things.
Changed a lot of things.
And Airborne as well.
Definitely.
That done it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Respect's going out to Ed, Rush, Trace, and the rest of the crew.
Yeah. And this is going to be a stormer in 97.
Old time business. Reminds me of some kind of Chicago kind of business.
I don't even have to say it. You better say it. Man, because we didn't have to say this week. Some art of sword fighting or something like that.
Respect going out to J Magic, Source Direct, the rest of the crew.
Rupert Fotek.
You know it, man.
Yes, we're back.
Yep.
And this is...
Oh, yeah.
You know what this is.
Yeah.
This is a tune.
I'm in it, man. I think what's happened this year as well, I think it's got back to breakbeat. I think the breaks...
I think they're becoming the more important thing.
Yeah. Once again.
Which it should have been in the first place.
Right.
And you've got to emphasise this to a lot of people. It's about breakbeats.
Yeah, really. At the end of the day, that's what makes this music so special.
You know that.
It's the break. And the way these guys are chopping up the beats at the moment, man. I'm running with that.
You know that.
I'm running with it, man.
Incorporating live drummers and live musicians.
The whole nine.
So you can take the thing on the road and show people what it's really about.
Exactly.
You know, stuff.
Like you next year.
I'm going to smash it, you know.
That's
I'm
right.
I'm going business, I'm going in.
Any kind of live stuff on the album?
This, definitely.
Yeah,
without
good
a doubt.
stuff, man. Good.
Well, anyway, we're going to this. There you go.
Nothing needs to be said.
No, know that. But you know what, Fab? This year or '97, I'm going to draw you in the studio. I'm going to come round your house,
drag me out
with a big stick and beat you out of your bed, and get you in the studio because it's that time, man.
No, I know. I'm feeling. I've got that feeling, Groove. I've got that feeling.
Yeah, that's all right. You got that feeling, mate. It's all right. Because I'm coming round with a big stick, and you're going to feel something if you don't get out of your bed.
No, but it's got to be done now. I think the time's right, and I think the music's right, and you know.
Yes, I mean it's season, man. It's the season.
I know. There's just been a lot of sitting and watching for about the last 4 years, but I think things have come round, man. Ready for it now. Really ready for it, man.
Anyway, if you just locked in, this is Fabio and Grooverider together once again. Christmas season edition.
And we'll be doing it again next week. And we promise to bring in some guests. It's going to be packed in here next week for the New Year's show.
Blunts running and
you know
champagne bussing and, you know.
The whole crew's going to be in here next week, so 12 till 2. And I think these shows have been very important to what's been going on as well.
Definitely.
We've gone across the board, the whole spectrum, and we've covered the whole lot of it.
That's right. This is one of my tunes right now, you know, fam. This is that little crust thing, the little slow motion. This is one of the things at the moment.
Watch out for crust next year, because
they've been trying to hold this off from me for a few months now, but you know what? They had to get captured sooner or later.
Caught it.
I caught it.
Because a lot of men been playing around with this tune and
you know that.
Not really flexing it right, man, but
right.
You know
so
exactly
put the
what I'm
hands on
saying.
it and deal with
right, deal with this tune so people can hear it properly. Right. Right.
There's some angry talk there.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. You know, no names mentioned. Not dissing anybody, but
there's some angry talk there, you know.
Bad tune.
Bad tune. DJ Crust forthcoming. And that's a tune entitled Slow Motion.
I think that's what's going to be right next.
Sending that one out to LTJ Bucket. Bucket, sorry. And NC Conrad.
Rider's dangerous.
It was good to see Bookham down there at Speed a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I ain't seen you for a while, Dan. Good to see you, mate. And your hair. Aiming for a little Michael Jordan look.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm coming in, Dan. I'm coming in.
What's the name of that one then?
Slow Motion.
Alright.
It's horrible, man. It's a horrible thing.
I had to draw that till the end. That's the way you got to do it. Yeah, about another, how long we got, Leslie?
Whatever.
That's right. How long? 20 minutes? You're joking, ain't you? Dear, oh dear. But, another 20 minutes, we're going to flick through some tunes. But remember, next week, we're back with the New Year's Eve special. Everyone's going to be here. I'd like to send out a big special hello going out to Big Bud. Not forgetting Intense and Carlito. DJ Addiction. Subject 30.
So what's going on with the label next year anyway?
Yeah, got a few little things coming out. We've got a hidden agenda. We've got a origination. Little thing from origination,
Fabio, origination.
Yeah, exactly. And we've got loads of follow-ups coming up and a few remixes. So before
you're going to get on the remix flame?
Yeah, I think I'm going to get on the remix.
What are you going to touch?
I don't know. I think I might touch Big Bud Millennium. I think I might touch that. Yeah, man. Put some fat break in it and roll it out. 97. You know what I'm saying?
Since you've all these trainers, you come with some fighting talk, man.
The trainers and the haircut group is a sign.
All right.
It's a sign to say to a man out there, do not test.
You know that. You know that.
Going back to the dark ages.
What? I never left them, fam. Let me tell you. I never left them.
Another 20 minutes or so to go. Me and Grooverider get enough joke, play enough tunes.